Good evening and welcome again to Pit Lane. It is Monday night. Welcome, Chad. I am Joel Thorne, and he is our co-pilot, Chad Breedlove. How are you, Chad?
I'm doing well. Had a first cookout of the year, so it was kind of nice.
Wow, you probably even bought a new grill, didn't you?
I sure did. Yep, nice.
And you put it all together yourself?
Yeah, nice little kettle grill. Looks really good.
Well, that's good. Did you have steaks?
No, I had hamburgers. That's something simple and fast. So, but yeah, it's nice. It's old charcoal. I still think that's the best. So I went ahead and purchased one of them. So it did very well. It did what it was intended to do. So,
well, is a steak in my future? Do I need to come over and like fan the flames or anything?
Yeah, you keep mentioning, but you never pick a date or a time. So,
well, we'll have to nail that down one of these days. We'll go out. We'll make a run for a steak versus catfish. How's that sound?
Yeah, there you go. It'll be all right. That will be fine.
Well, we are anxious to be here. We've got a special treat for you tonight. We've got Angela Savage, daughter of Swede Savage, and Mr. Paul Powell is going to be on the show tonight fairly shortly. When Paul's calling in, it's always hard to tell. I mean, it could be 8:01 or it could be 8:16. But Paul is on his own time schedule. I'm sure he'll probably call in now as soon as I say that. But welcome to Pit Lane, and you can find us on Facebook. Join us on Facebook. Actually, post a picture or a comment, a question or whatever. We are on Pit Lane Racing Hub on Facebook, and you can also find us on Twitter at Pit Lane Racing, right? At Pit Lane Radio.
At Pit Lane Radio, yep.
Well, you can tell how much I tweet. I really don't get on that thing much. I really should do that more. But what can I say? I'm a half dinosaur. I did get a new stereo system this weekend and surround sound outfit and listen to Rush. So by the way, Rush is a great flick, man. That is awesome. And I've talked to several people and I think, well, you mentioned it last week on the show that Niki Lauda was kind of not put in a real positive light. But what was interesting was I really don't think James Hunt was either. But
no, different kind. They were different kind of
bad lights.
Yeah. One was kind of a wild partier, ladies' man, and the other one was kind of
technical outcast.
It was a good show, though. Very well done. I definitely did enjoy it. Yeah,
anybody that liked Grand Prix, or any racing movies at all that have come out to date, if you like that kind of stuff, man, or you're just a racing fan, you really do need to see Rush. And we don't get paid to promote anything, but I'll tell you what, it is awesome. Great sound effects in there. Great camera work. They on the DVD. They go in and did you go in and see how they made the movie by any chance? Did you look at the extra clips on?
No, I didn't do that. I probably should have, but
well, that's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. But what freaked me out? Can you imagine trying to race in the rain, Chad?
No.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, those are like really downpours. You couldn't even see.
Well, we all knew that these folks were crazy to begin with, and courageous. But the thing of it is, I'll tell you what, I've got a whole newfound respect for these guys that are driving these cars, especially in the rain. I mean, dry is bad enough, hot's bad enough, but when you put somebody out there on the track at 175, 200 mile an hour in the rain, that's a whole nother level. I mean, like astronaut level.
Yeah, that's what they call taking it up a notch.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So you're saying you wouldn't do that, right?
Probably not. Not racing speed. I might go around there slow, but I wouldn't go around racing speed.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Fair enough, right?
Yeah, that's right. But we're looking forward to next month. We've got a big month coming up next month. We enjoyed talking with Zach Veach last week, and you and I were talking off the air after the show last week. He's got a chance to win 3 races in Indy next month. That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? No pressure on the kid, right?
No, not at all.
No.
Yeah, but, he's having a really good year so far, starting out early and good. So that's hopefully a sign of things to come. But yeah, a lot of fun. Always fun talking to Zach. Always fun.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, and as long as the weather holds out, I don't know. We ought to make a prediction. Of course, Indy never, IMS never gives out any stats as far as numbers anyway. But it would be kind of interesting to kind of make a guess. But I really expect a big turnout for the GP. I really do.
I hope so. I hope there is a good turnout. I hope the weather's. I think the weather's going to be. Probably a big factor in it. Hopefully, we have some. If we have a nice weekend like we had this past weekend, it's going to be a really good show. I think. So, just hope and pray for that 70 degrees that we get that weekend. It'll be very nice. So.
Oh yeah, and dry.
Right, no rain.
Or snow. That'll be the big thing here. So we'll be busy, and then of course we don't want to forget the SVRA, the Sports Vintage Racing Association. I don't know which one I'm more pumped up about, to be honest with you. I mean, we always get pumped about the 500, really pumped about the GP this year, pumped about the Indy Lights having 2 races, doubleheader. But I'm really pumped about the SVRA coming to Indy. I think that is going to be awesome. I don't remember, or at least I don't know what the last count was as far as cars, but I know it's going to be over 600, 650, 700, right around in there. So
that's mind-boggling.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. You think they drew a limit somewhere, like we're going to take 100 cars or something. It's mind-boggling. So. Definitely want to see the turnout for that one, but yeah, we had no races this weekend, Joel. Well, we did have a Formula One race, but no NASCAR was off Easter weekend, and of course, IndyCar Series was off for the Easter weekend, so we hope everyone had a great Easter to begin with before we get any further into it. But yeah,
Jeff?
Yes, sir.
Well, I was going to say, guess who won the Formula One in China?
Yeah. Lewis
kind of like Kyle Busch and Nationwide,
That's 3 in a row from this cat. I mean,
is he not having a crazy year, or
it's like Vettel last year? Everything. That's 3 out of 4. But what's shocking to me more than that, he's still not the points leader.
Yeah.
You win 3 out of 4 races, you're not the points leader. Yeah, Nico Rosberg still holding on by 4 points.
4 points. I know. I mean, how crazy is that?
Yeah, that don't seem right. It just seems like hey, you win 3 out of 4. Hey, I'm going to be definitely the points leader, but no, he's still in second spot. But and third place is a distant 35 or 38 points behind. That's Fernando Alonso. Nico Hülkenberg is fourth, 36. Last year's champion was Sebastian Vettel, 33, 46 points down.
That's crazy.
That's a big deficit. Yeah, that's that's a big deficit. It's early, a lot can happen, but it just seems like once you kind of get around the top and in Formula One on points, you kind of tend to stay there unless you just have like a serious dropout rate in the remaining races. So, but yeah, I just you can't fathom that. I knew when the points leader before last week or this weekend's race, I thought, well, surely he'll get it, but no, he's still trailing 4 points to old Nico Rosberg.
Well, he almost has to wonder, what do I have to do?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I can't do any better than what I'm doing now. I'm winning races, so. Yeah, kudos to him. I mean, I mean, it's good to see him back to this, form. And we knew that, I thought this guy would probably have a couple of championships by now, but the way he was starting out and really good. So, it's kind of nice to see him back up there in the winning circle and the limelight there again.
Well, they're going to Spain. Their next race is May 11th. So should we just go ahead and pin in, not even pencil, but should we pin in Lewis Hamilton as a winner, do you think?
Who's going to finish second in that race, right?
Yeah, really. No kidding. Nico Rosberg. So,
yeah, really. And he'll still hold on to a 1-point lead after 5 races and Lewis Hamilton 4 victories.
No kidding.
Well, if that happens, I'm just going to give up. I think Lewis Hamilton might throw it in. Like you said, what do I got to do? Again, no NASCAR. Like I said, they were off. Nationwide was off, obviously, but they move on to Richmond this weekend. Another night race coming on. Hopefully it's not a 4-hour race again. But the Toyota Owners 400, Richmond International Raceway, that is on Saturday night. Coverage of that starts 6:30 on Fox. It's a good race. I love Richmond. The weather's looking good for now, so hopefully we will have a very good race coming up. So looking forward to that. It's another shorter track, so I like it. Some quick NASCAR notes. We have hello.
Oh, hi. It's Angela.
Angela who? Gotcha.
Did I call the right number?
Yeah, phone Angel.
Yes, I believe you did. This is Bob's Pizza. Is that what you wanted? No, Angela, I'm kidding.
Don't mess with me right now.
So what are you going to hang up? We're going to be like, I want to get her back.
Oh, Lord.
How are you, kid?
I'm great. I'm really good. How are you?
Well, we're okay. We're ready to start next month. How about you?
Oh, I'm so excited. I can't even. I'm levitating.
Wow.
Yeah,
well,
pretty much.
Oh, wow. Well, that's pretty interesting. Well, what do you say to that, Chad? Jump into conversation anytime, Bubba.
Yeah, right. Silence. But no.
Are we on?
Yes,
we are on.
We're on the air now. So
okay,
yes,
let's have some fun.
So yeah, we are now on the air. So
awesome. Yeah, I'm really excited. I can't. It's so surreal. It's hard to find a word, for how I'm feeling. I'm so excited.
It'll be that way. It'll be that way even after you leave. I think when you head back home, it still seems surreal that you was even there, because it's going to be so much thrown at you. What things that are going to go on, things that are planned, the emotions. I mean, it's just going to be a whirlwind. I don't think anybody can prepare you for that. I mean, you can prepare to make plans and schedules, but nobody will prepare for what it's going to be like. It's going to be incredible, and I think it'll be a thing of a lifetime for you.
So, Angela,
I agree.
What's the first thing that you want to do when you get to the track?
Kiss the bricks.
Kiss the bricks. Yeah. Well, they need salt and butter, but it's still pretty cool.
Right.
Oh no, I like it. I don't need anything on it. I want to kiss the bricks. Probably. I don't know. That's a good question. I do have some kind of itinerary that I really haven't even seen yet, and like you said, there's no way to really prepare, so I'm just, coming along for the ride, and I'm going to go with the flow, and I know it's going to be so awesome.
Yeah, they're going to be like pulling here. Hey, we need you over here. Hey, you need to come over here. We need to meet you over here at such time. Need to meet you over here, yes. Now, do you know exactly what time you're flying in yet or getting in town?
I don't know yet. I have my e-tickets, but I haven't checked the time I actually arrive yet. But I'll do that. I'm really happy that Jim Bork and his company's going to do a documentary of the whole thing, so that when I get home, myself and anyone else, can kind of relive the experience. I know I'm going to be on cloud 9 while I'm there.
You will be.
So cool that, I'm going to get to relive the moment, probably for the rest of my life, That's just another, talking about icing on the cake, right?
Right, exactly. Yep, that is true.
Now you need to have your husband taking videos, of course, the whole time, right?
Right. Videos of the videos.
Well,
he's going to take lots of pictures.
Good. And I imagine Mr. Powell will be taking some videos and pictures as well. You know, he's kind of goofy with the camera. Oh, look, I think we've got Goofy on the line. Hey, Paul, how are you?
This Joe's Pizza?
Yeah, this Joe's Pizza. What do you need?
Yeah, I need to order double meat, double anchovies, large. Can I get that to go?
No, you can't. I'm sorry.
I'll tell you what. Ty, how are you?
I'm great. Just checking in.
Good. I'll tell you what Angela and I are going to do when she gets to Indy. Her and I are going to go to the closest Dairy Queen and have a banana split.
Yeah, we have a date for a Sunday. I can't wait.
So.
Yeah, I guess that's going to be the first thing we do then.
There you go.
That's right.
Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
Go get a banana split.
That sounds good.
Yep, that's right.
Well,
we
hey,
talked
Paul,
online about that. Yes, sir.
Why don't you give everyone the scoop on how you guys kind of got together and how this all came about, this whole thing about let's get Angela Savage to Indy 2014.
Well, I just talked to Angela. Her and I were friends on Facebook. I knew her older sister, Shelley. I didn't know her. I knew of her. And I helped financially a little bit to help her when she had leukemia. And so I knew the Savage family and a little bit of history about it. And Angela and I became friends on Facebook. And she had an interest in her father, and I don't think she ever really understood how popular her father was at the 500. And she'd never been here, and I don't think her mom ever encouraged it. And so about a year ago, we talked about it online. I said, Angela, we just ought to have a Facebook page and see what happens. And nothing may become of this, and something may become of it. We really didn't know. So I started the Facebook page, Let's Get Angela Savage to Indy 2014, and it just kind of basically blew up on us. It's just been unbelievable.
Paul, what's been the toughest part, do you think, to this point about trying to get everything organized?
Just donations more than anything. Just getting everything taken care of, and to me, it's like a puzzle and putting it all together. And I've had two wonderful people named Ted Warner and Jim Bork volunteer their time for it. If it hadn't been for them, I don't know what I'd ever done. They have just they've been my godsend, and I didn't know them very well in the beginning until we've all become good friends.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really been nice.
So now Angela will be coming in for the race only. Is that correct?
That is correct. She'll be coming in Wednesday evening, and then we're going to head to Dairy Queen.
Yeah, I got that part.
I'll be the 22nd through the 26th.
She'll be leaving Monday.
Yeah, the 22nd through the 26th. I'll be in town.
Okay,
so
cool.
We'll be doing all the festivities involved with those dates. And I can't wait. Yeah, Ted and Jim and Paul are my Earth Angels committee. God is definitely not dead. I can't believe it. These guys are going to be family to me for the rest of my life. And I've met Ted. I haven't met Paul or Jim face to face yet, but I can't wait. It'll be a big bear hug.
Yes, it sure will. And I have to tell all of you. And there's a girl named Pam in Indy that is on Facebook that has done more than her fair share of helping with many, many things.
True.
And
She's awesome.
She's just unbelievable. She does, I get packages in the mail from her saying this is for Angela. She thinks of everything. I got some markers in the mail so we can sign some autographs and things like that. And she's just been a wonderful piece of this whole puzzle.
Angela, tell us about your page. Now, I pulled up the old page today. Well, since we're talking about web pages, Paul, how is the new website going?
It's going pretty good. It's not gone live yet, but it will be within the next 24 to 48 hours, I would imagine.
Okay.
All right. Can't wait to see that.
It's going to be called.
So
we've got some pictures of Swede and Angela on it, some little bit of family history in it. We have the story of how this all happened. We are going to have a place to go for people to donate, and we're also going to have tickets available to purchase for a reception we're having on Friday night at the Indiana Museum of Art. Which, if you get to any of the
yeah, that's Friday. That's Friday after Carb Day.
Friday the 23rd. That's correct.
Yeah, we want everybody to come and visit with me at the Art Museum after Carb Day and share your stories and share the love and be a part of this giant love affair.
That's right. And the website's called... Go ahead.
Now, do you have to make reservations for this ahead of time, or...
Yeah, on the website, there's going to be a place to attend Angela Savage reception, and it's going to be at www.angela2indy, and the 2 is T-O, angela2indy.com.
Okay.
I love that name, too. I don't know if anybody knows this, but my name was going to be Indy Savage.
Really?
That's what they were going to name me, and then the crash happened, so I became Angel instead, but I think it's ironic that the name of this website is AngelaToIndy.com, because it's almost like me becoming the person I was supposed to be, regardless of the disaster that obviously happened in the middle of it. So I think that's a really nice part of it, too.
Right. I did not know that. I did not know that was supposed to be your name. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, they were going to name me Indy Savage. So I became the Angel at the last minute. But AngelaToIndy.com feels like me coming back together whole, who I would have been, regardless of the tragedies and that sort of vibe. This whole experience really is, it's like filling in a lot of missing links for me that I've, carried around in my broken heart, and it's turning me inside out. It's bringing me to myself, as a whole happy, person. So I don't know how I'm gonna ever thank these people enough for getting there and for being my family.
Are your kids and husband? Sorry, Paul. Are your kids and
that's all right.
And are your kids and husband really fired up, Angela, to be coming?
They sure are. Scotty, he's kind of like me. We're kind of in a little daze because we know it's going to be huge, and we don't really know what to expect. So we're just kind of just in this permanently excited, mood. And I'm going to leave the kids at home this time, just so I can, so I don't have to be mom. So I can be, I want to be Angela this time. The first time. I know I'll be back, and they'll come back with me, but I think it would probably be too much this time. So I'm going to go ahead and leave them with Grandma, with my mom, Swede's widow. They're going to be at my house watching together. So that's cool.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Now, my understanding is that Paul has actually volunteered to be your personal bodyguard. Is that right, Paul?
That's exactly right. I'll be right with her the whole time. You're just jealous, aren't you, Joel?
I am.
I bet you are.
You can sense that.
That should be a fun time.
Yeah.
Pardon?
I said you can sense that jealousy there, huh?
Yeah. Oh, well. I'm just looking forward to it all, and it'll just be a lot of fun. I just don't think Angela has a clue how popular her dad was and how much everybody loved him. He was just a neat guy.
Right.
I'd only met him. Yep. I've only met him once through Mark Donahue introducing me one time, and but I was always a big Swede fan because he was just a good California kid with an STP car, and I was a big fan of his when he ran the Barracuda in the Trans Am series also. So, but it was just hard not to like him.
Well, you know,
it's
Paul,
amazing how much love, is still out there for my dad, and the way I've been accepted into this racing family, and the love that has been poured on me, that I really needed. To be honest with you, it's amazing. I mean, the whole racing family is such a family, and I feel so lucky that I get to be, that I get to be a part of that.
Well, when you look at your page, you got 1,121 likes, and that was done in a fairly short span of time. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it blew up. Oh, it blew up quick, didn't it, Paul?
Yes, it did. Unbelievable. Just can't. And my whole mission was just getting her to Indianapolis and having credentials and everything. It's just gone crazy.
You get all this hoopla and everything, fanfare to go along with it now. It just kind of ballooned up, so.
Yes, it has. It's just been wonderful. It's been a lot of love shown here from everybody, so that's why Angela and I call it the Love Fest.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm so proud of my dad and my sister, Shelley, and the fact that, they're still on the scene and they're still being remembered, talked about. I can't tell you the sense of pride that gives me. I feel like they must be, have some good shit-eating grins up there in heaven looking down at me.
I got to tell you one thing. When we do the Indianapolis Museum of Art, there's a statue, there's kind of a statue out in front of it, and the statue says LOVE, love. And we're all going to get a picture of everybody with Angela at this thing. And
cool.
That's what it's all about, the love in the world.
That's right.
Yep.
And, that's what I've been, my mission is to walk the love walk, I'm kind of a love bug like that, too. So this is just all gravy. It's all gravy.
Yeah, there's too much negative in the world. It's nice to have something positive like this where people can come together for a just cause, and just enjoy it, enjoy life. That's a big thing to me right there, And
I agree with that 100%.
So
I do too. We're all sick of the sad news. We want some good news, so we're going to make some good news.
Right. And we want to thank Paul and everybody. We want to thank Paul and everybody for doing for all the hard work he's put into it. It's still not over. Still got ways to go, but we appreciate it, Paul, everything you've done and everything and getting us out there and what you're doing. So kudos to you for a job well done.
Yep, ditto.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure doing it all, and got my credentials today at the track, and it all kind of came to it. It's like, wow, this is going to happen, isn't it? So it's just been crazy.
Yeah, you posted, Paul. You posted on Facebook 2 silver badges though. Nice job, dude.
You like that, don't you?
Yeah, I did.
Well, I'm going to be so busy with. I get credentials. I get credentials for a website called catchfence.com. It's primarily a NASCAR site, but the gentleman that owns the site is a big, huge Indy fan, and he was actually named after Mark Donahue. And so Mark and I have been good friends for many, many years. So I take pictures and do a few stories for catchfence.com for Mark. And I didn't think I could do all this with Angela by myself, so I applied and got some credentials for my fiancée, Cheryl. And that's where the 2 silver badges came in, because I'm going to need her help with getting everything done with Angela, with promoting it and keeping the media center entertained with all the news of Angela. Pardon?
I can't wait to meet Cheryl, too. We'll give her a hug. Obviously, she's probably sick of my name by now. I don't want to give her a big hug finger for her support, too.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. It's going to be this big mass of people. Yeah, it's going to be this big mass of people all around Angela and all together. This big mass just moving around the garage area and over here. It's just going to be kind of funny,
That's right. Something I did want to talk. Go ahead.
No, I'm done.
Joe?
Oh. No, I was going to. Go ahead.
Okay, but something I was else going to mention was we're going to do a documentary on this whole trip. Jim Bork, who's an advertising person, is going to do most of the narration and the videoing of it. we're actually going to go out to an anonymous donor. Actually, donated the money for Jim and his film crew to go out and film Angela in her home, looking at stuff and doing some things and talking about Angela. But we're going to be having a film crew with her basically all weekend long, talking to the old timers like me of their memories around Swede and her reaction of seeing things at the track. And we're going to put her in the Gordon. Going to put her with the Gordon Pipers in the Indianapolis 500 Festival Parade, and so we have a lot of things planned for her. But it should be all cool.
Now, do you know anything like when that documentary might air, Paul, and where?
I have no idea. We are gonna do the filming in May. As it will probably be 6 months or so before anything becomes of that. So what happens is you have to do a documentary, and you have to. I don't know anything about this, so I'm talking just from what I've heard. Jim Bork takes care of things like that. But we're going to be doing a lot of filming and doing things, and then we're probably going to put it into a... I know you will. But to put it all together...
Oh, yeah. It's really fun to keep people involved, up on the website, too. So just... tune in to Angela to Indy, and we'll keep everybody posted always, because that's what social media is about. Fun stuff.
But when that site gets up, we'll be sure to post links to it, too, so that way people can find it, too.
Yeah. It'll be an ongoing process for 6 months to a year before it all happens, but it just takes time to get everything going. Pardon?
It sounds like Paul... by a window or something.
So, Paul, now Angela's going to have a ride when she gets down to Indy. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, Miles Ahead, who has a driver's school in Indianapolis Motor Speedway, BMW, who owns Mini Cooper, has a driver's school. Like I said, it's called Miles Ahead, and they are going to donate a Mini Cooper, for Angela to drive for the weekend while she's here. They're going to put number 42 on it. They're going to put 42 on it for her dad. And they're going to put Swede and Angela's name on it. So it should be pretty interesting. But so we're all excited about that, too.
So are you going to chauffeur her around? Are you going to ride along? Or
I'm going to police escort her.
Yeah, I'm going to be driving. I got that lid switch. I
think between her and her husband and her Uncle Bruce, the car will be full. So,
right?
So, have you told them about your? Yeah, Angela, have you told them about your Uncle Bruce coming?
I don't think I have. Yeah, Swede's only younger brother, Swede Savage, is on board to come too. Yeah, he's his whole life. Same with my mom, they said, they would never go back. No way, no way, no way. Well, I reached out my arm to Bruce because I figured he was the other link, that really needed to be there. And so he's on board now and kind of just as, shocked as we all are, but he's coming, and it's really cool watching him become part, getting to know Swede fans and making these awesome connections, too.
Yeah. I do want to say two things, and I probably need to go. We have to thank the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for making this all happen with the they're paying for the flight and the hotel and the credentials, and that's been wonderful for them to do that, and they're doing that. They're doing that for Bruce also. And I wanted to say one more thing. When this all gets done, and at the end of May, and Angela's done all this, whatever money we haven't yet used, we're going to set up a fund of some kind. Probably have to get some attorneys involved in this, unfortunately. But we want to make a college fund for her two boys, and so they'll have something to go back on when it's time for them to be in college. And they're only 2 and 8, I believe. Is that right, Angela?
Yeah, Cruz is 2 and Chance is 8.
Yeah,
that is just so beautiful. Thank you, from the bottom of our hearts. Really, thank Thank you so
But
much.
I think that needs to happen. I think that's very important to keep the Savage name in history and make sure they get a good education so they can know who their grandfather was, and it's just very special to me to be a part of it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you've done a yeoman's job, Paul, and I know Chad's already said this, but I know that there are a lot of people out there that are aware of your efforts, and we all thank you, man. That's a serious full-time job in and of itself, what you've accomplished to this point.
Well, I appreciate it. I have a full-time job, and ask Cheryl. I'm usually talking to somebody on the phone on the way home, and usually on the computer till 10 o'clock at night, talking to people and asking for things. So it's been a lot of fun. It's been a ride. So I'm going to let everybody go, and appreciate you letting us talk on the radio. You can keep talking to Angela if you want. But you guys have a great night.
Okay, you too, Paul.
Thank you.
Thanks, Paul.
Night. Love you, Ange. Love you too, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Paul.
All right. That's the man.
He is.
Yeah, he's really got together all kinds of new little twists and turns, and it's always something good and new, and you turn around. That's just incredible. When it's all said and done, what's going to be, what's going to happen, and will happen. So it's not just a one-time deal. It's going to continue on. It sounds like what a real neat thing, really.
It's so beautiful, it's straight from God, as far as I'm concerned. My dad, he's still on the scene, 40 years later, and I couldn't be more proud, I'm ready to step up and be the dog that he wants me to be and make him super proud.
Angela, some of the pictures that have been coming out on Facebook, Earl Tunmeyer, and there's just so many out there that have been posting photos for you. Some of these pictures are just so cool. I've seen some of the same ones many, many times, but there are so many neat shots. I think the one that I like the best is the close-up where he's got his helmet in his hand, and it's got the Goodyear right there on. It's just such a sweet close-up. It's just very close. That's a great shot. I love those kind of shots. Some of these, I know that you're going to keep an album of all of these. But how awesome some of these pictures are. I think probably one of the ugliest cars I've ever seen in my life was that brown one with the shark nose on the front of it. I don't know what that was all about, but that thing.
Yeah, the MCRS is infamously ugly and non-functional. So funny on the background car. Yeah, not the favorite. Definitely not the favorite.
Well, that's like a red-headed stepchild, man. That thing is just butt ugly. Ooh.
Baby poop brown. For sure. Yeah. We've got so many other better cars to focus on than that one.
What did you think? Now I'm looking on your page here. What did you think about that? The new style body with the STP and the 40 on it. In your dad's livery. Was that pretty cool?
I love it. To me, that shows that he has the ultimate in staying powers. That he's still fresh in everybody's hearts, and that he didn't die for nothing.
Yeah.
That makes it. This for me personally. I don't know if I'll say it right, but it just makes it a little bit better. Having all of this come full circle, and I always wondered what that was all for because it was so painful. And continue to be painful for the first 40 years of my life,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel really blessed, that all of this has come about to bring him full circle and to kind of get me on the scene where I think I was sort of destined to be, and then it kind of got ripped out at the last minute, So it's mind-blowing. It's a good story that we all crave. Like you said, the fact that I get to be in the middle of it is amazing. And I want to thank everybody that's become my buddy on FB. They all know that, when I love with my whole heart, and I feel like have, 1,000-something new friends, and I feel like I have this giant family, that I've been looking for my whole life. Like I'm reconnected with the missing link. And I want to thank everybody, the Indy fans, the people in Indy, and everywhere, people from all over the world that now are like family to me, and really, putting this love inside me that I think I kind of needed for the last 40 years, and it's healing. It's healing me from the inside out, a type of healing I didn't think was going to ever be possible for me. And it's restored my faith in humanity and the good Lord, and it's just all good.
Yeah. For those folks who are not aware of what happened, your father was in that horrific crash, but lived through the crash, and then, what was it, 30 or 33 days later succumbed? 33, wow, there's one for irony, but 33 days later he died from blood poisoning from hepatitis C there at the Methodist Hospital. And that's just, when you see that accident and you think, man, there's no way he lived through it, but he did, it's just one of those quirky things that happens, but, that's the crazy life of racing, I guess. But he did survive that thing.
Can't really make any sense of it. I've spun my wheels trying to figure it out. But just feeling the love, it does help. It's just one of those tragedies that you can't figure out, and you have to just try and the fact that it seems like something really good and positive is coming out of it now, even 40 years later, is, it's great to me. Also, I on the history timeline, at the track, that day was that whole weekend and that year was a pretty tough year on the track, and I think there's a big red ouchie mark on those history lines. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I kind of get to go back and sort of, clean that wound a little bit, put a Band-Aid on it just a little bit, try and turn it into something positive if I can, just a little bit. That makes it not so senseless to me, right?
Yeah, right. Chad, you're awful quiet over there.
Oh, I'm just listening, bud. Oh. Just taking it all in. Just take it all in. It's it's going to be something. Like I said, if not only for the people that remember him and even knew him, it's going to be a chance for new folks to learn about him.
Right.
To learn what went on and maybe get more involved and more excited about racing in general.
And the other irony is that his teammate Gordon Johncock actually won the race. That was the other kind of weird thing. So
I hope I get to see him someday. I really feel a connection with him. Like I just kind of want to give him a hug and get that hug one day. I don't think he's gonna make it out this year, but it is definitely a goal of mine to get to him somehow and just talk about it. Love that guy.
Yeah.
He went ahead and did it, for my dad, and I'm sure that it affected him in his own way, and I love him for that.
What is your favorite picture of your dad to this point? That you've seen, and I know you've seen hundreds, and probably if not thousands.
Gosh, just today in the mail, I'm going to blank on the name. Today in the mail, I got a picture of my dad playing saxophone in high school. I think he's like a sophomore, and he just looked like a little, he's so cute, little Len. And I always heard that he played the sax, and obviously that's just damn cool, even more cool on top of coolest stuff to cool. But I never had any real proof. So today I saw the first picture of him actually playing the saxophone. And I'm going to have to say that's my favorite at the minute. I know it doesn't have anything to do with cars, but I'm also having a fun time getting to know him as a person too, and as a music lover, singer, writing songs all my life. I'm happy to hear that he has a music buzz too. That's part of me too.
Chad and I have been talking about the new movie Rush, about the rivalry between James Hunt and Niki Lauda. Have you gotten a chance to see that yet?
No, I tell you the truth, I don't have any interest in seeing that. I don't want to have a whole lot of outside influence before I go to my trip this year to Indy, because I'm just trying to stay fresh. I don't know if you know, but I've never really followed racing or anything. It's all kind of new to me because it was just really too painful. I couldn't handle it.
Sure.
Until now, that I'm older and I got, I have a good foundation under me, my feet on the ground, that sort of thing. So, yeah, I lost my train of thought there. Sorry.
That happens. Trust me, I know.
Right out the window.
Now, how's your mom with all this? I mean, does she think it's pretty cool?
Yeah, she thinks it's cool. It's hard. You have to understand. It's really hard for her. This is the worst time in her whole life, and in a way, she's been trying to get away from that for the last 40 years, and now it's kind of back in her face, and I understand that that's really hard for her, but she and I, she was just spent the night this last weekend. We woke up Easter together, and we talked a lot about it, and, I'm able to share more stuff with her now, and she's on board and excited, but it is, it's kind of, I have to be sensitive about that, it's different for her, I think, than anybody else we could ever understand.
Yeah, sure. Well, and that's why I asked, because I know that it had to be really super, super tough, for her all these years, and now for you to kind of be coming back and wrestling with everything emotionally, I knew that it would be, like you said, kind of back in her face. So, but that's cool. She's watching the grandkids and everything. It makes it all possible for you to come back.
Right, and we're figuring it out. We're aware that it's kind of a different or awkward kind of situation, but we love each other enough to figure out how to work it out so that she can be a part of it. But kind of at a distance, she'll be in my pocket, that's for sure. So it's not something she would want to do at all, but she I told her I'll go in for her and I'll share with her, and she's really happy about that part.
Yeah.
She wants to experience it, maybe just not up that close.
Well, and
or at least just for my sake, she wants to be a part of it for my sake, because it's obviously, a big thing in my life right now. So she and I are finding a beautiful balance in how to, handle this kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, and besides that, you're going to have all these videos and all these pictures that you're going to take back, and she'll probably pour through some of those with you, and kind of feel your heart as you explain things, and people back here, and it'll probably take her a little while to maybe warm up to that, but hopefully she can find that to be a kind of a healing experience as well.
Yeah, I think it just like with myself, for the rest of our lives, we will be processing this, and healing from it.
Right, exactly.
This will be healing for her. I'm just going in first.
Yep. Well, Angela, I think we probably should let you go, but we sure do appreciate you coming on with us tonight, kiddo, and looking forward to seeing you in May.
I can't wait to get there. I love you. Thanks for having me, and can't wait. We'll see you soon. See you there.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, sir.
Enjoy that banana split if we don't see you before then.
Absolutely. All right, I love you. I'm going to hang up now, but I'll talk to you real soon.
Okay, Angela, thank you.
Thanks.
All right, God bless. Godspeed.
Yep. Wow, that's going to be a fun time. She's just a ball of energy now, isn't she?
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on. You turn around every time we have them on, there's some new updates like that. So it's something that's really, it's gotten bigger and bigger. So it's, it's going to be like a mass falling down there. Like I said, it's going to be like, a big old school of fish you see just darting in and out of the water. You're going to see this big mass of people just moving around and everything. It's going to be really neat. Just kind of glad to be a part of it. Glad we can share it. And, it's going to be a good month. Let's hope the weather holds out and everything's good.
Well, and you know what I like about this story, Chad, as much as anything, and that is, so many people anymore they'll dream dreams, but then they don't do anything with the dreams, if you know what I'm saying. They just dream the dreams, but a goal is a dream that's set in motion. And when Paul decided to do this, I mean, you could, and we didn't meet Paul until this last January down in Indianapolis, at the Memorabilia show. But, you could get a definite feel for him on Facebook that he was really, really into this and he was going to make it happen. And so, what's neat about this to me is it's a real success story, like I put on our Facebook page a bit earlier, about the show being on tonight and our guests. It's just neat to see somebody that follows through with this and really, takes the bull by the horns and does what they say they're going to do. So much of that is lost art anymore. So, when I say, wow, Paul, you are the bomb, you're the man, that's exactly what I meant. So that's really a nice job on his part.
Yeah, that's not easy. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of dedication, and everything else. So it's kudos to him and everybody that's putting this together, and it's going to be when it's all said and done, it's going to be more than worth the effort. I think we're going to see something that you're only going to get one shot at something like this, and so I think it's being done right, and it's going to be well done.
Paul's listening, and he just messaged me and said, "Let everyone know we appreciate you for all you guys have done." Well, we haven't really done all that much in the grand scheme of things, Paul, but we appreciate the tip of the hat. So it's to me, I can't wait to get down there. Me, Janet, can't wait to get down there and get some pictures taken of this whole flash mob down there with her, and with her speaking down there at the Indianapolis Museum of Art on Carb Day. It's you and I are going to be busy, but we're probably going to need to have roller skates on or something.
Exactly.
Maybe I will. Yeah, I don't know about you, but maybe I will.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be worth it, man. It's it's just going to be a good time. I'm just looking forward to the month of May. I wish I kind of fast forward it. We can get on with it. Just get in there.
But you know what? We say this every year. Just about this time, we can't wait for it. Next thing you know, we're saying, well, that month sure went by fast.
Right, and it will go fast. There's a lot of, there's a lot to do, a lot of action going on, a lot of things happening. So, But yeah, Paul, we appreciate your kind words to us all, and Angela. That we think. But we appreciate your help, and we're going to continue to do that. We'll put the web page address out there. We'll do everything we can, and I'm sure we'll probably have both of you on again, probably before that time gets here. If any updates, anything changes, because there's always something seems like it's popping up, and it's all good. So,
and we would really encourage you, to jump on Angela's page.
Right.
Let's get Angela Savage to Indy 2014, and that one's up and running right now. And it's a pretty awesome site, and you can get a feel for this. In fact, I would really encourage you go on YouTube, seek Google, if you will, whatever search engine you want to use, and look up Swede Savage. And when you see the accident that we're talking about, and I'm not trying to glorify accidents, but when you see this, you're going to have a whole new appreciation for what we've been talking about, because, and this guy was on top of his game, man. He was setting some fast speeds that month. He was just on top of his game, and then to die the ironic way that he did, with bad blood, for crying out loud, of all things. Mm-hmm. It's such a shame, but and he was multi-talented. He raced in different venues. Paul talked about that the blue Cuda number 42. That's an awesome automobile. You know what? I didn't ask Paul this, and I don't know whether he or Angela would know this, but I don't know if that car is going to be at the SVRA racing event in June. Boy, I'd love to see that dude on the track.
Yeah, that I have no idea on that either. I'll have to find that out and let you know. Be cool to see, though. You're right. But,
I might go ahead and message Paul and go ahead and see if he knows about that.
But yeah, we've got that's coming up. Like I said, in the May, the whole weekend will be big. Starting on Carb Day, it sounds like that the events will get going all through of course, obviously through race day. So looking forward. I'm just looking forward to this year's Indy 500. I think it's going to be a good one. I think we're going to see a a good race. Hopefully another exciting race. And Joel, I'm just going to kind of go over real quick the entry list we have so far for this year's Indy 500. Now, these are confirmed entries, and there's still some other names that they were thrown out, But as of right now, confirmed names coming into this year's race with AJ Ford Enterprises. You've got Takuma Sato, Martin Plowman. With Andretti Autosport, you have, of course, Marco Andretti, James Hinchcliffe, Ryan Hunter-Reay, Carlos Munoz, and also Kurt Busch is making his debut at the. That's going to be interesting right there, to say the least. Brian Hurta Autosport has their entry with Jack Hawksworth. Target Chip Ganassi Racing, Ryan Briscoe, Scott Dixon, Tony Kanaan, Charlie Kimball, and Sage Karam is also confirmed. Dale Coyne Racing will have Carlos Hurtes and Justin Wilson. Ed Carpenter Racing, Ed Carpenter, J.R. Hildebrand. Good to see J.R. back. KB Racing Technology, Townsend Bell, Sebastian Bourdais, Sebastian Saavedra, a lot of Sebastians. Lazier Partners Racing, Buddy Lazier. Rahal Letterman Lanigan will have Ram Rahal, Oriole Servia. Sarah Fisher Hartman Racing will have Joseph Newgarden, Alex Tagliani. That's another good
I like
team
that.
There. You got a former pole setter there. With good, that's going to be an interesting team right there. Schmidt, Peterson, Hamilton Motorsports. That's a mouthful of that one. Jacques Villeneuve is interesting in and of itself. Michael Lachine, Simon Pagenaud, and of course you cannot forget Team Penske with Juan Pablo Montoya, Elio Castroneves, and Will Power. Those are your confirmed entries at this time. Some other names have been coming in. We're still hearing about Paul Tracy possibly coming in, Robbie Gordon possibly coming in. So. Who knows? When those entries come in, we'll post them on the website and let you know them as soon as we know them. So, some pretty interesting names in there. I'm ready.
Yep. And right now, looking at your standings, Will Power obviously is still in first. Mike Conway is second. Simon Pagenaud third. Elio Castroneves is fourth. And Ryan Hunter-Reay is in fifth. We've got two rookies in the top 10. That's kind of exciting. Munoz and Russian Mikhail Elation. Sorry.
See, that's hard to say. Yeah. Oh, well. Hey, we're tired. Well, Joe, we were out of time again already. Knew we would be. Had a lot to talk about. Some guests on there. So we want to thank Angela and Paul again for calling in. Thank you all for listening, and keep on our site, and we'll have any update information on everything to let you know the latest and greatest on that situation. Any closing thoughts real quick, Joel?
In the meantime,
keep it on the track.